The journey to Blackraven began with a cryptic letter, an elegant script on aged parchment that arrived under the cloak of darkness. Its words were a siren's call, enticing me to a forgotten town where the veil between the living and the dead danced like autumn leaves caught in a spectral wind. The letter spoke of untold truths buried beneath the crumbling facade of Blackraven, a place shrouded in the echoes of whispered secrets. Underneath the moonlit sky, I stood at the town's edge, the air thick with anticipation. The letter had been my guide, promising answers to questions that lingered in the recesses of my mind. Blackraven welcomed me with an oppressive silence, broken only by the distant rustle of leaves and the occasional creak of weathered wood. The houses, once proud and vibrant, now stood as hollow shells, their windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The overgrown vegetation seemed to reclaim the town, twisting around structures like a web woven by nature itself. The path I treaded upon was barely discernible beneath a carpet of fallen leaves, a testament to the years of abandonment. A chilling breeze guided me towards the heart of Blackraven, where the mansion loomed like a forgotten relic. Its skeletal structure stood against the night, an eerie silhouette etched against the canvas of darkness. As I approached, the front door groaned open with reluctant acceptance, and I stepped into a foyer draped in shadows. The mansion's interior was a tapestry of decay. Wallpaper peeled like the skin of a long-forgotten era, and the air carried the musty scent of disintegration. The voice that had beckoned me in the letter returned, a soft, melodic whisper that wound through the corridors like an invisible serpent. "Welcome, truth seeker," it murmured, tendrils of sound wrapping around my senses. The mansion became a labyrinth, each hallway a passage into the town's haunted history. Portraits gazed upon me with ghostly eyes, their subjects frozen in time, bearing witness to the passage of years. The voice guided me through hidden passages, revealing forgotten chambers where the stories of Blackraven whispered from the dust-laden corners. In a dimly lit chamber, I discovered a dusty tome resting on an ornate pedestal. Its leather cover, cracked with age, beckoned me to unveil the secrets within. As I turned the fragile pages, the voice became a chorus, each word resonating with the pain of the past. The stories etched in ink told of a tragic love affair that unfolded within the mansion's walls, a love that birthed a darkness that clung to Blackraven like a curse. The letter had alluded to a ritual, an ancient ceremony that would bridge the gap between the living and the dead. The purpose of the incantations became clear: to commune with the spirits that lingered in the town's desolate embrace and unveil the truth that lay buried beneath layers of time. Driven by morbid curiosity and the relentless pull of the unknown, I embarked on a journey through the mansion's hidden passages, following the spectral voice into the heart of the darkness that plagued Blackraven. Shadows danced across the walls, and the air hummed with an otherworldly energy as I gathered the artifacts necessary for the ritual. One night, under the silver glow of the moon, I found myself standing in a forgotten cemetery behind the mansion. Tombstones, weathered by time, stood like silent sentinels beneath the ethereal light. The voice, now a haunting symphony of whispers, guided me to the center of the graveyard. As I began the incantations, the air grew heavy with anticipation. The ground beneath me trembled, and the tombstones cast elongated shadows that seemed to reach for the heavens. The spirits emerged, their spectral forms swirling like mist around me. Each figure bore the weight of its own tragic tale, their eyes filled with a sorrow that transcended the boundaries of life and death. In the midst of the spectral congregation, a figure materialized, a woman, her ethereal beauty a stark contrast to the decaying surroundings. Her eyes, mirrors reflecting centuries of pain, bore into mine. She spoke not in words but in emotions that resonated through the very core of my being. The tragic tale unfolded, the love that turned to betrayal, the darkness that consumed Blackraven, and the untold horrors that stained the town with the blood of the innocent. The spirits, once silent witnesses to their own demise, now confronted me with their anguish, demanding acknowledgement and understanding. as the last echoes of the ritual faded, the spirits retreated into the shadows, their stories lingering in the air like a melancholic melody. The cemetery fell silent once more, and the moonlight cast an ethereal glow on the tombstones. I stumbled away, haunted by the weight of the revelations and the confrontations with the spirits. The letter had promised answers, and yet, it left me with more questions than before. Black Raven, with its tales of love and darkness, had bared its soul to me, and I carried the burden of its haunted history. As I walked away from the forsaken town, the moon casting long shadows on the road ahead, I felt the lingering presence of the spirits, their whispers carried by the wind. Black Raven, it seemed, had shared its secrets with me, and I had become an unwilling vessel for the stories of the forgotten. The thin veil between reality and the supernatural continued to waver, a reminder that some secrets are best left buried in the depths of forgotten towns. And as I ventured into the night, the spectral whispers followed, a ghostly companion in the shadows of my own mind, forever bound to the haunted history of Black Raven.